Now we have one more thing, choice and length of rotation. Now, choice and length of rotation depends on three broad objectives. There are some rotations which are meant for supply of certain services, means silvicultural rotation and physical rotation. They are mainly meant for provision of certain services, and economic consideration is not a point in that. Now, rotations which control output of material forest products in form or quality, that is technical rotation and maximum volume rotation, which are concerned about the output of forest products in the form or quality. Number three, third rotation is financial return. If your motive is financial return, then you are going to choose between rotation of maximum gross or net income or the financial rotation. Now these three considerations have to be kept in mind while choosing the length of rotation. Now before we make a choice for rotation, we have to keep these things in mind. What was the object and of management of your forest or the plantation, and what is the species that you are growing or raising, and what are the silvicultural requirements for the species, what is the productivity of the site. Suppose you decide on a technical rotation, but the site is not supporting you and the technical rotation is getting extended. The market demand or the rational, suppose you want to fell your plantation based on technical rotation up to a certain size, but there is no demand in the market, you fell the produce but you don't get the appropriate price. You have to keep those things into consideration. Then socio-economic policy, state labor conditions, you have to also keep these things in mind. Availability of labor, what are the socio-economic policy of the state or the country where the plantation is coming up, and the financial and economic aspects. Now, length of the rotation, more or less, you have to keep these things into mind. Rate of growth, species, fertility, thinning, silvicultural characteristics like lifespan, seed production, response of the soil. So that is exposure, means aspect, which aspect the plantation is on, southern aspect, northern aspect. Like in the northern hemisphere, southern aspects are more exposed to sun, so you have to take your decisions accordingly. What is the biotic influence there? Economic considerations, what is the cost that you are getting, what is the what is the cost you are incurring, what is the price you are getting, and what's the time of your selling the produce. And social conditions, obviously you have to take care of socio-economic aspects, employment and the policy. Why rotation is important, why we are focusing so much on rotation? It's a part of planning and hence case of management. You have to plan in advance that when we are going to cut, what will the condition at that time, what will the market at that time, what will be the price competition at that time. You have to keep all those things into consideration. So rotation in that case is important to understand. It fixes the time of harvest for specific purposes. It guides to provide maximum benefits from a limited resource, and there is a regulation of yield. Yield is regulated, how much we have to take and how much we have to uh, you know not to take from any particular forest. And it fixes the size, quality of the trees for specific purposes.